Hey, I didn't see you guys there. Guess that's time for this week's episode of Been There, Done That. This week's episode, we'll be covering trusts, wills, and estates. Now, we will demonstrate to you viewers the process of creating and executing a will. For the remainder of this video, please assume that there are attorneys and witnesses present at all scenes.
Hi, I'd like to make a will.
Do you, as the testator, have full testamentary intent?
Testator, defined as the maker of a will.
I do have full testamentary intent to make this will.
Testamentary intent cannot be pressured by undue influence and must have clear intention that it is a will and last testament.
And do you fully understand all the little lines, all the little nuances of your will? Do you have full understanding of the ramifications and all the results that will come about from this?
Yes, I do fully understand all the clauses of the will.
Do you, old, yet totally mentally capable and sober, Gutman, possess testamentary capacity to complete this will?
Testamentary capacity means the maker must know, at least in a general way, the kind and extent of the property in the estate he or she intends to dispose of.
I do indeed possess testamentary capacity to fulfill this will.
Let's make a will. Witnesses, please ascend to the chamber. Now that we have our two witnesses present, I'm going to need a signature here, here, an initial here, one more signature here. This page, I'm going to need an initial here, signature here, and with the John Hancock right here. You have a valid will, sir.
Thank you.
I wonder if it's possible, and if so, under what circumstances would I be able to revoke my will?
Hi, Ben. I was wondering under what circumstances my will could be revoked.
Phil, I'm glad you asked. There are several different scenarios in ways that your will could be revoked. If you lose, or were to misplace, or destroy your will. If you were to add another member to your family via marriage, adopting a child, or giving birth of natural causes. Another would be if you simply own a new will. But if we were to just, under all these different scenarios, if we were to make a new will, you would have to include the clause, I revoke all rights and all processes given in my previous wills.
Phew! I'm glad I figured that out.
But if you and your partner were to say divorce, she still gets to take basically everything you're good for, so that will not be good enough to revoke a will. Hello, boys and girls. Now me and my pals are going to show you guys how to amend a will. You ready to go?
Hello, Benjamin. I'd like to make an amendment to my already valid will. I've recently gotten married and would like to add my wife to my will.
Okay, Phil. To amend your will, we're going to need a codicil. Do you have your will and your proposed amendment with you?
Codicil, defined as a formal, written, and witness amendment to a will.
I do.
Alright, while I look these over, can you please bring in your witnesses?
I will.
Now that we have our witness present and I have thoroughly reviewed your codicil, I think it is time to make an amendment to your will. Sign here. Initial here. Sign here. And initial here. Now, we're going to depict a scenario that involves the creation of a trust.
As the grandfather of little Phil, Connor, I'd like to be the settler in a trust that involves you.
Settler, defined as the creator of a trust.
So since you're allowing me to be the trustee of this trust,
Trustee is the legal entity that has title to the subject property.
and little Phil over here to be the beneficiary,
Beneficiary, defined as the party for whose benefit the trust is managed in accordance with the settlor's wishes.
What would be the legal entity and property that you would be transferring over to me?
I would like to transfer $60,000 to you in order to pay for the first year tuition of little Phil. But the sole purpose is only for the payment of his education of freshman year in college. Only that.
Okay, here's my bank number and the wire transfer number. Just transfer the money there, and I'll make sure that goes towards only his education and nothing else.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, close the door on the way out.
Good day.
Screw your education. I am totally buying a new car with that money.
A breach of trust may include, but is not limited to, spending the money resources of the trust on matters outside the trust's legal objectives, fraud, serious negligence, failure to comply with relevant statutes, or receiving personal benefits other than assigned.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of our segment, I hope that you guys can now understand wills, trusts, and estates. And I hope that now you can notice the difference between legally valid wills and the wills that you may have. Till next time, this is Been There, Done That.